Hey folks, how's it going? Dr. Spin. In my quest to find my favorite albums from 2021, I've been working through this big bracketed elimination system, and I'm sharing these eliminations as they go out with you, just so you can kind of see what I'm doing, see my thought processes. And at the end, I'm going to put clips up from both of these artists so you can check it out for yourself and see if I'm on the right track, see if you agree. If you agree, or if you disagree, please sound off below and let me know what you think. So today I'm looking at Gaspard Auge's Escapades versus Caroline Eyck and Eversines' album, The Waves LP. The Gaspard Auge's Escapades album is really a pretty well-crafted retro synth album. It's looking at 70s sounds, 70s ideals of what's possible with synthesizers. You're talking about maybe, Georges Majeure or Jean-Michel Jarre. Some disco ideas, maybe some ideas about like maybe if ABBA made an album that was just kind of their instrumental side, and that sort of stuff. So it's a really well crafted album. It's a little bit low on some like musical ideas, but it gets a lot of mileage out of them. And overall, the album is fun, a lot of fun to listen to. It's definitely a reverent tribute to that time period, and clearly is something that Gaspard Auge has put a lot of investment and a lot of energy into, even though a lot of it's almost like a little tongue-in-cheek. Let's compare that to the Caroline Eyck and Eversines album, The Waves LP. This album is entirely made just by Caroline Eyck playing theremin and her voice. There are no other instruments on the album besides those two elements. And she collaborated with this DJ producer guy called Eversines and created this album. It's a combination of Caroline Eyck's material, both as a thereminist and as a vocalist, and Eversines' capacity as an Ableton artist. And there's a lot of really impossibly creative things that go on with this album. It's very often very swirling, very kaleidoscopic in the way that it's structured because of the way the loops are. Sometimes pulse and beat gets a little bit disorienting in a very gentle way. It keeps the interest up. So this is an album I've been listening to all throughout this whole year, and it never ceases to amaze me. Now, as much as I think that Gaspard Auge is great at what he does, and I really do enjoy listening to this album, even though it's got some goofy moments to it, you got to kind of respect the amount of overall creativity and vision that Caroline Eyck is putting into this album, and especially in collaboration with the really updated ideas about what's possible in the studio with Eversines. So in comparison to a good retro album versus a really creative and innovative use of these elements, I got to go with the Waves LP on this one. So Caroline Eyck and Eversines will advance to the next round. So like, dislike, let me know what you think. Sound off below. I'll be doing more of these as the week goes on, so please like and subscribe and share the video out with your friends. And until you see you guys next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.